What's up YouTube, it's Speedy Superior and I'm back. Today I want to show you guys some sets for Volcanion since he has the event going on. I thought it would be cool. I wasn't going to do any more sets because I wanted to wait till Sun and Moon came out so I can continue making sets. And but before I jump on it, I wanted to congratulate Andrews for winning the event Volcanion giveaway for yesterday. I do want to apologize that it did only last 2 to 3 hours. For future giveaways, I will make sure that it lasts a full 24 hours. Okay. And now jumping onto the set, I'm gonna start off first with the special attacker Volcanion because it can be special attacker, physical attacker, a wall to stall, or a mixed attacker. Okay, with the special attacker being my favorite one because Volcanion does seem to be better on the special attacking side. I mean, you can see it over here, it's 130 special attack. I forgot to mention that with the event, it comes with Assault Vest, which increases special defense by times 1.5. Ability being water absorb, meaning you're immune to water. You restore 1/4 of your max hit points, with whenever you're hit by water type moves. The setup I'm going for is 252 on speed. It doesn't have a 70 base speed, so you can, with full investment on speed, you can outspeed some things, but not all the things, okay? And then full investment on special attacks, so you can hit as hard as possible. And then just 4 on hit points, or you can put 4 on defense. It all depends on your preference for that one. You can, although if you really don't care about speed, you can invest onto defense, special defense, or hit points instead of speed. And you can also run it as choice scarf or choice specs, depending, do you want more speed or do you want more power? Those are some ways you can run it. And now just starting with the moves I chose. Steam Eruption is the first one I chose. It's Volcanion's signature move, meaning no other Pokemon has it. It does have 110 base power, 95% accuracy, 30% chance to burn. So it's like a Scald. Although I always have bad luck with Scald, Steam Eruption can sometimes be good whenever you're up against physical attackers if you do get that burn, because you quickly shut them down. It's like a Hydro Pump but Scald mixed together. I wish more Pokemon had access to moves like this, but unfortunately for now, we're just stuck with Scald for every other Pokemon. But Steam Eruption is amazing. It can hit really hard with Volcanion. It's also Stab, Volcanion being water and fire type at the same time. Okay, so moving on to my next stab, I did have Flamethrower originally here. Okay, I can't even spell anymore. Flamethrower. I chose Flamethrower because it does have a 10% chance to burn, 100% accuracy. It does not have a negative, ending like Overheat does. Overheat puts you at -2 on special attack. But again, that sometimes is up to preference because some people prefer to start off, use Overheat, and then switch out and bring another Pokemon that can deal with the Pokemon. Okay, and now, going on to coverage moves, Earth Power is one of the coverage moves. You can hit those rock types because Volcanion is weak to rock types. Majority of rock types are physical attacking Pokemon anyway, so if they try to hit you, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be knocked out first turn unless they're Choice Bandit. Like, example, Tyranitar. Tyranitar can easily take you out if it's a Choice Bandit 1, or any other Choice Bandit physical rock type could take you out, and Earth Power could deal good damage to them. Now, for the last move, I chose Sludge Bomb. Okay, here's the cool thing about it. You can also choose Sludge Wave if you want a little bit more power, but I chose Sludge Bomb because it has a 30% chance to poison a target. And this is in case you have to deal with fairies, and you can always switch in Volcanion. He is resistant against fairies. So he can take the fairy moves and take them out with Sludge Bomb. You do also have access to Flash Cannon if you'd like. Okay, if you'd prefer the Steel type move over the Poison move. But here's another thing you can do. You can always put Volcanion in the Sun if you'd like, but remember that with Steam Eruption, it would most likely lower the power because it's under Sun and it's a water move. But it has access to Solar Beam, so you can give it Solar Beam if you'd like, for more coverage. It would be good against other water type Pokemon. I'm pretty sure not many other people would suspect Volcanion having Solar Beam, but it is really cool that it has access to that, being a fire Pokemon at the same time. Okay, now moving on to the physical attacker, you're down to 2 options of items: Life Orb or Choice Band if you want to hit really hard. Okay, because Volcanion does not have setup moves like Volcarona does. Volcarona has Quiver Dance, and Heatran, I believe he has at least one setup move, but Volcanion has no access to no setup moves at all. Okay, unless you're gonna put it beside a Meowstic with Safeguard and Swagger, that way you can up its physical attack, then that's a different strategy, but that's getting into details for another thing. Um, so you either run Life Orb or Choice Band. I chose Life Orb because you're not locked down to one single move. I chose to go with 252 attack and 252 speed. You are able to go, instead of investing in speed, onto hit points or defense. I always choose the greater defense because it will do better on that side than the other. The 90 base special defense isn't the greatest, but it's not the worst either because I've seen worse. But we're gonna go with Earthquake, which is like the physical side of Earth Power, except it has no negative consequence at the end. And then Superpower, it's just like these two are coverage moves in case your team needs it. Okay, Superpower lowers your attack and defense by 1 stage, but it is a 120 fighting type move that you can use in case you need it. And if your team does not need that type of move, you can always have access to Rock Slide or Stone Edge. It all depends on what your team needs. And another physical fighting move it has is Brick Break. And if you choose not to invest in speed and choose to invest in another one, you can always change Flare Blitz to Flame Charge. Hold on. Flame Charge. It will take you a little while to actually get up on the speed though, because it raises up by 1 stage. It is a 50 base power move. So I just prefer Flare Blitz. You know, Volcanion is not. This attack in Volcanion is not meant to last much longer. I did go with Adamant Nature. I forgot to mention a nature I went for this one. I decided to go with Modest for more onto the special attack. But this one's for Adamant Nature, which is beneficial to attacking side. You can go for Jolly if you want. Okay, Jolly, which increases speed and lowers special attack, since you won't be using any special attacks in this. And now moving on to the mixed attacker. Okay, this set is guaranteed to 2KO the majority of everything. It definitely KOs Hippowdon though, with Steam Eruption, which is pretty cool. But here's how it works. Okay, you can overheat and then explode. Okay, the normal gem helps explosion. You can also run Life Orb if that's not what you want to do. Life Orb benefits all moves, not just one move. So I prefer normal gem in my opinion. So it's overheat and then explosion or earthquake, depending on what you would like. And there's also Steam Eruption on the special attacking side. So you can attack with Steam Eruption, then overheat, and then use Earthquake, or Steam Eruption, overheat, and then explode if it just doesn't end up finishing. Because you will have a -2 after overheat hits, so you're not going to be hitting pretty good with Steam Eruption afterwards. The setup I decided to go for is a 252 on attack, 192 on special attack, and 64 on speed with a Naughty Nature, which doesn't benefit special defense, but it benefits attack. And I chose it because it doesn't have like the greatest special defense to begin with, so might as well just lower it and leave the defense to be. So remember that Volcanion is not going to do well against other special attackers. Now moving on to the wall to stall. Now this one, it depends on what you want. Do you want a special wall or a defensive wall? It has better defense and special defense, like I mentioned. Okay, it can work an okay amount. I mean, Alomomola can make it with the bold nature, so I'm pretty sure you can make Volcanion work as well. But I prefer the defensive wall, okay, because it is obvious. It has more on that. And 248 on hit points, because if you have Stealth Rocks in your team, you can last just a little bit more. And then 8 on special attack is where I decided to invest the rest because of Steam Eruption. Keep in mind, this set is walled by Taunt and by other Water Absorb users, but you can Toxic other Water Absorb users because you're also immune to their Water type moves. I decided to go with Leftovers. You can also choose Citrus Berry because it is a wall. It's not meant to be attacking hard, it's just meant to wall things. And you do have access to Rest, which is the only recovery move Volcanion has access to. And you got to make sure you have Stealth Rocks on the other side of on your opponent's side, because you can roar things out after you Toxic, or will-o-wisp them. Why do I say will-o-wisp? Because on my side, steam eruption doesn't always give me that 30% burn. So I have to forcibly kind of go for that option. Um, but that is the end of the sets, and I really hope you enjoyed them. If you enjoyed them, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're new, welcome. And make sure to comment anything that you think about these sets. If you think another move should go in one of the sets, just comment it down below. I'm always open to discussions. Make sure to stay positive with them, and I try to comment as much as possible to reply to things. And thank you again for coming through.